Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Thursday, the 3rd of December, and I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, Windies ready for Test Series versus Black Caps, and in our feature for this evening, All Stars slam dunk Easterns. We'll take this break, and I'll be right back. You're bad and you lick she down. You feel like a man, kick she to the ground. In your drunken stupor, you no care about she. You swinging like his Muhammad Ali. Well, you better come to your senses real fast, or you will be headlining the next newscast. Stop the abuse, stop it right now, and go and get the help that you need somehow. If you don't stop this thing immediately, it's either 1840 or the cemetery. This message is brought to you by the St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force in the continued fight against domestic violence. Stop the abuse, stop it right now, and go and get the help that you need somehow. If you don't stop this thing immediately, it's either 1840 or the cemetery. Stop the abuse, stop it right now, and go and get the help that you need somehow. If you don't stop this thing immediately, it's either 1840 or the cemetery. Well, I'm back and we start with cricket. Head coach Phil Simmons has described the World Test Championship as extremely significant for West Indies in the lead up to the first game against New Zealand at Seddon Park. West Indies are currently third from the bottom on the WTC standings with a solitary win from 5 matches. In their most recent Test series in England, they lost 2-1 after winning the series opener in Southampton. It's extremely significant, Simmons said of the WTC. I think it's a format that we haven't done well in for a long time, and we are trying to get ourselves back into the higher ends of the table where Test cricket is concerned. And because of that, initially we want to do that in the Test Championship. But at the same time, we want to be winners in Test cricket itself, so it's important for us. Simmons reckoned that the 2-0 loss in the T20 series, which ended on Monday, would not impact the team's preparation and performances in the upcoming Test series. Members of the Test squad have already had 2 workouts against New Zealand A in Queenstown last month. While Darren Bravo made a century in the first tour game, it was Craig Brathwaite who led the visitors batting in the second with a career best 246, spending over 9 hours in the middle. Bravo fell 7 short of another 100 in the second fixture. West Indies Test captain Jason Holder also came out of quarantine, scoring 24 and picking up 1 for 45. The T20s and Tests are different, Simmons said. The Test team has done well in Queenstown and have enjoyed a tough tour game, but we are now coming into the Test series with some confidence, especially the batsmen who haven't had that for a while. So I think the Test team is in a good place. Disappointed with the T20s, but moving on to the Test series now, he said. We'll take this break and I'll be back with our feature for this evening.
As a fisherman, I use the marine resource wisely so I can conserve our biodiversity. So I can fish for life. It's all about balance.
I preserve biodiversity by the way that I farm. It takes care of my family. It's all about balance.
I have enjoyed these seas all my life. I do my best to conserve our biodiversity because I want my children and my grandchildren to enjoy them as much as I do. It's all about balance.
I'm a park ranger, and my job is to properly manage our protected areas and conserve our biodiversity. It's all about balance.
Youth Let's play a part in conserving our biodiversity and maintaining our natural resources. It's all about balance.
For life, for livelihood, for the future of St. Kitts and Nevis, let's all conserve our biodiversity and use our natural resources wisely. It's all about balance.
Well, I'm back, and tonight cricket is in the spotlight. The second game in the doubleheader on Sunday, 29th November, in the exciting T20 tournament being hosted by the Nevis Cricket Association, ended in a one-sided affair. The powerful penniless All-Stars engaged the Easterns team. Easterns won the toss and elected to bat first and struggled right throughout their innings to get the ball off the square. The final score was a paltry 56 all out in 15.1 overs. The only batting of note was that of Elijah Hall-Brown, who was the last man out with 28. Jaden Carmichael, with his leg spinners, bagged a fifer. All-Stars lost the early wicket of Jamie Cornelius due to the superb fielding effort of Bryce Fifield. But then Ross Powell and Syed Williams proceeded to pummel the ball to all parts of the park, with Powell being especially severe on the medium-pace bowling of former Nevis speedster Gary Pemberton. Summary scores: Eastern 56 all out in 15.1 overs, Elijah Brown 28, and there were 20 extras. Jaden Carmichael had the amazing bowling figures of 5 for 8 from 4 overs. Let me repeat that: 5 for 8 from 4 overs. Michael Sigalam, Jamie Cornelius, Kian Pemberton, and Akadiento Willett all got 1 wicket each. All-Stars in response: 57 for 1 in 5.1 overs. Ross Powell 21 not out, Syed Williams 14 not out. All-Stars won by 9 wickets. Man of the match, Jaden Carmichael. We go now to the E. Willett Park and we get some excerpts. The Easterns team, they would have won the toss and have elected to bat first. And so the All-Stars men are going out into the field. They have promised to make this one a short game today. We'll see if Easterns can hold them in the field a little longer.
So it's Willett into bowl to Newton once more, funny fine, and Newton out and hit on the pads lower the peel, and he's out. Empire Power will have sent him on its way. First wicket goes down for Eastern team, and the score is on 5. So it's 5 for 1 in over number 2. Akadiento Willett strikes in his 3rd ball. Elijah Brown, better known as Hall, he has come into the Eastern team for the very first time for the season. Much is expected of him. He has taken his guard. From here it seems as if it's a center stump guard. But notable, he is at the crease without a helmet to face the youngster Willett. So it's Willett once more. Into bowl to Hall, and Hall drives through the offside, and that run down to 3rd man for 4. First ball, first 4. And Hall is a no-nonsense batsman, and we're going to see what he's going to do. Pemberton from the pavilion and now going to bowl to Hobson. He's there, jumps, bowl to Hobson, and that one is ball all over the place. That one was pitched up and center and off stump went cartwheeling. Hobson had no clue about that one, and as I said earlier, it seems as if that Pemberton is bowling something like maybe 100 to between 140 plus miles per hour, and my word, was he beaten? And he walks dejectedly back to the pavilion, and Eastern has lost the 2nd wicket. Both opening batsmen have now gone, and he's now been replaced by Sterling Marshall, the vice captain for the Eastern team. And we're going to see Marshall seems as if that he has find some sort of form from the previous game 2 weeks ago. So we're going to see. So it's Willett again into bowl to Elijah. Bowl to Elijah, past that one, and that one is going to race straight down to the boundary for 4. Hall, that's one of Hall's favorite shots over the years, the cut shot. And Hall races on by 4, and he's been scoring in 4s. This is his 3rd 4, and he races on to 12, and the score moves on by 4 to 25, and in over number 4. So it's Pemberton once again into bowl to Elijah Brown. He's in a bowl to Elijah Brown, and Elijah Brown cut that one uppercut over the slips and 4 runs into the boundary now for 4. Beautiful shot, and experience is coming to the fore. And that is what the Eastern team would have probably wanted, to mix youth and experience together. And you can see it in that shot. 4 beautiful runs by Hall. So the first change, Jaden Carmichael. He's a left arm bowler over the wicket. Bowl to Hall and back down. Leg spin able? Yeah? Yeah. Carmichael, left arm leg spin into ball, and he advanced down and hit it over cover. And just 1 run. And Hall seems a little extravagant in his stroke. No nonsense player that would have said earlier. Michael into ball to Marshall. Marshall swings up on the pad, and it's very close. From here it's close. And Empire Paris send him. He swung all over that one, and he failed yet again. And I know he's dejected and disappointed, because I know he really wanted to perform in this match. A big match for the Eastern team, because Eastern would have lost all 3 matches, and this is the 4th match, and Eastern was depending heavily on the vice captain in Sterling Marshall, but that wasn't to be. He departs for 1. Jaden Carmichael is the ball, and that's his wide, and Hall cut it straight down to the man on the point boundary, and just 1 run. Michael again, this time to Newton. He's the ball to Newton. Newton is back and across, and from the looks of it, he's dropped by wicketkeeper Bowen Tuckett. That was this one is close, very close, and he's gone. As I said earlier, Newton seemed as if he's fishing away, and he didn't look anything in form, and he walks back dejectedly. That's the captain of the Eastern team. He just had a chance. He was put down by the wicketkeeper, and the very next delivery, he is gone. LBW to Jaden Carmichael. So it's Sigalan into Hall. Hall comes nicely forward, push it into the onside, and the keeper comes around, fields cleanly, and no run. Sigalan once again. He's been held up by umpire Powell, Carline Powell. And Sigalan is there now. Bowls to Hall, tossed up, and that one swings. Seems as if it's mistimed it, and the man from mid off runs around, try to make a catch of it. And this could be interesting. This could be interesting and sloppy cricket. From my advantage point, I knew that didn't go anywhere. And he basically gave up his wicket in Hobson, Sylvester Hobson. Cricket doesn't play like that, Mr. Morton. You must take your crease if the ball hasn't been to the boundary. The fielder, he dropped the catch, and then I don't understand what is going on, but he was sent, and rightfully so, he was sent. Inexperience comes to the fore, and he walks back dejectedly without scoring run out. Yet? We did the watch. Oh, my photo. That was
from hand to stump, basically, he's bowled. So Hendrickson didn't trouble the umpires at all, the scorers at all.
So it's Carmichael into Fifield, Bryce Fifield. He replaces Tyrone Hendrickson, and that one beat Fifield and well taken. So it's Carmichael now into bowl to Bryce Fifield. He's up and bowl and he's beaten. All ends up. So it's Carmichael into bowl to Fifield. He's there now bowl to Fifield and bowl him. Stood up straight. Didn't move any of his feet and bowl comprehensively for 0. So it's Carmichael into bowl to Gary Pemberton. He's then a bowl to Darius up and this is very close on his end. On his way. Tossed up. Gary tried to swing it into the onside play all over it. And Eastern has lost the 9th wicket in the person of Gary Pemberton, who goes back dejectedly without scoring. So yet again, another Eastern batsman would have gone to the crease and gone back without scoring. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now 5. He's the 5th batsman who went to the crease just to take his guard and march back off. So it's Pemberton into bowl to Cornelius and he stand up and drive that through the covers and it's going to race into the boundary. No. Newton picks up and this is a weak throw. Had it been a better throw, they would have been in some trouble. So they're cross for 2, for 3. So it's Hobson into bowl to Cornelius. He's then a bowl to Cornelius and Cornelius whips that. And Fifield make a wonderful stop. Could be out, could be close. Is it out? Could be out. And he's gone. Gone. Bryce Fifield at third man. Put down the hand and the ball stuck somewhat in his hand. And in one motion, young Fifield whipped it back into keeper Dio. And All Stars has lost their first wicket by the run-out route. And the Eastern team celebrate, and rightfully so, because this could be a game changer, because everybody thought in this park that the ball would have run to the boundary, and it's somewhat in slow motion. Mr. Fifield put down that hand and whoop into the keeper, and Cornelius dejectedly goes back to the pavilion for 5. Pemberton into bowl to Powell, and Powell hoiks that one. And that one is going one bounce into the long off boundary for 4. That one was tossed up by Pemberton. And Ross Powell said, thank you, it is in my arc, and I'm going to take full advantage of it. And he hoiked it over the man at long off and into the boundary, 1 bounce for 4. And Pemberton into bowl, and this time Ross stands up and pull it wide of the man of mid-off and into the boundary for yet another 4. There's been a change in the field. The slip has come out and gone into a point, and the man and third man boundary comes off and to no avail because this was short and into the onside for yet another 4. 3 consecutive 4s. And as I was saying earlier, you know, the skipper need to ring the changes. It is a small total they are defending, and Ross Powell, yet young, he's very experienced and adept at batting. And he would no doubt, he started off slowly, but has now get into his groove, and he has struck 3 consecutive 4s. Pemberton into slower ball, and that's one is panged into the onside. And the man, Hobson, comes off the boundary fields, but not before the batsman crosses through to 1. So 1 more to the total. The total inches on to 43 for the loss of 1. So it's Pemberton into bowl to Side Williams this time. He's there now. Bowl to Williams. Slower ball outside the half stump and he beat. And he's going to run into the boundary for... Oh! Beat the man at short third man into the boundary for 4. wide, so that's count as 5. Gary into bowl, and Williams banked that into the offside. He's going to run close to the boundary. Newton comes around, feels well, but they're going to cross for 2. He had some running to do, and it's a no ball. And incidentally, and it's going to be a free hit. So it's a free hit. Let's see what William going to do. A slower ball. He panks out to Bryce. Bryce feels well. Feels well. 1 bounce to him. And 1 to the total. So it is 52. 5 more for victory. So it's Pemberton into bowl 2. And this is over the man of mid off and into the boundary for 4. So that race is on to 56, scores jaws level. So it's Hobson. Defending run is Easton's, and that's his strike, and that goes down to third man and goes straight to Gary, but he can't prevent the run, and that should be the game. That is the game. Unofficially, that's the game. So All Stars has won comprehensively against Easton's team here at the ET Willett Park. Easterns would have won the toss. They chose to bat first, but only could have mustered 56 all out off of 16.2 overs. And the All-Stars team, in response, they would have made 57 for the last of 1 off of 5.1 overs. So the Easterns team, before they went to bat, I would have said they could have ill afforded extras, and they would have given away something like 10, 12 wides, 1 no ball, and 4 byes for a total extras of 15 in such a meager score. So once again, from the ET Willett Park, highlights would have defeated the guys from the Easterns team, and so Easterns have lost yet another game, the 4th consecutive game, and highlights prevail.
In terms of upcoming games this weekend, Saturday 5th December, All Stars takes on Youths of Nevis at 2 p.m. at the ETW. That should be a ring dinger. Sunday the 6th December, New Vision takes on Highlights at 11 a.m. at the VOJN grounds. And in the afternoon's feature game, SDA Jets will take on Calypso at 2 p.m. at VOJN. That's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.